Hello my friends, this is Leo Augusto, and today I bring you a very creepy story, and I believe not everyone will be able to watch until the end. So if you have enough courage to stay here in this video, sit down in your chair, grab your snack, your drink, and a crucifix too. Oh, and come with me. The Mystery Inc. has always been made up of 5 members: Daphne, Velma, Fred, Shaggy, and Scooby-Doo. Curiously, even after all this time, no one seems to question the fact that a dog is talking like a human being. Whether it's team members or strangers they meet on the street, the fact that Scooby-Doo talks like a person has never been a problem for anyone. And questioning this was never an option because at first there would be nothing strange about a dog talking. However, recent events have shown that the reason why this was never questioned is not because there was no reason to do so, but because it is forbidden to question the ability of this dog named Scooby-Doo to speak fluently with everyone around him. One day Mystery Inc. was on another case solving mysteries that come up almost every day, since that's what they do best, right? And always counting on the help of their dog, the beloved mascot Scooby-Doo. The 5 members were walking normally, having a conversation like any other, when suddenly a question popped into Velma's head that just wouldn't go away. And the question is something she should never have asked, which is the following: why can Scooby-Doo speak the human language? I've never seen a dog do that. As soon as she asked that question to the group, everyone immediately started thinking about the same thing. We've been solving mysteries for so long and never noticed what was right under our noses. How was something like that possible? It's as if suddenly a curtain had been pulled back and behind it there was only a path of darkness, where they would need to shine a light to reveal the truth. With a single simple question about Scooby's ability to speak, everyone was perplexed. The atmosphere got really awkward among the members of Mystery Inc., and the answer he gave to the group was not pleasant at all. Scooby-Doo, all these years, was nothing more than a bizarre monster hidden in the skin of a cute, talkative, and gentle dog, and as soon as his nature was questioned, he saw no other option but to put an end to the group. But how did Mystery Inc., expert mystery solvers, not realize that the dog was actually a sinister creature? How did it get to this point? Scooby-Doo created that world they were in. Not only that, he created everyone. No one knows why, when, or where he did it. But for a creature to do something of that magnitude, it must have a lot of power. Something absurd. Not only was Mystery Inc. recreated, but also the world, the history, and the timeline. With this new blank chapter, this creature could continue with whatever new story it wanted to unfold from then on. It would continue taking on the role of the character Scooby-Doo and remain in Mystery Inc. The fun of solving all the mysteries would go on as if nothing had happened. But obviously nothing is as simple as it seems, right? There are always some kind of consequences when you mess with reality. And the consequence of that was the one Scooby-Doo wanted the least, being in the world he created himself. He found a way to make sure no one remembered what happened in the past. But he didn't count on the fact that Velma's mind would be able to remember some things from her past life. The one he erased, and of course one of those memories was her own death and that of her companions. Velma usually remembered who Scooby-Doo was. After questioning why Scooby could talk, but over time that stopped being a rule. The pattern began changing. Velma was able to remember that terrible day earlier and earlier, which meant that the creature's fun ended earlier. Also, with the newest version of Velma, this time it was the worst of all. Since she didn't even need much time to remember everything, This time it was instant. All that needed to happen was for Scooby-Doo to appear in front of her. So, some images started appearing in her mind. Quick flashes of what happened. Images from a past life she didn't even suspect she had. That was enough for her reaction to make Scooby-Doo realize that she must have already remembered everything that happened, right? Hey Shaggy, the fun ended even before it started. I'm going to finish everyone off again. So, Scooby-Doo's pattern was to annihilate the whole Mystery Inc. when the new version of Velma remembered, leaving her always for last. He emphasized that every time he creates a new world, the versions of his old friends seem to get smarter and smarter. Especially Velma, and the version of Mystery Inc. that he created was the worst of all. Up until now, he ended up saying that next time would be different. But no one knows what he would do. He would probably try to eliminate Velma from this move, right? To solve the problem at its root. This video is brought to you by Leo's Store. Take a look there, they have lots of comics for you. I'm a member of the Mystery Machine, Shaggy. That's right, the great partner of Scooby-Doo and his gang. This is a theory that has been circulating on the internet for quite a few years after Shaggy showed a side he had never revealed before. A strength so great that even a gang of dozens of bikers, they were left wondering how they were defeated by a simple skinny young man. Shaggy was in a complicated situation because bikers were angry with him. After he and his dog accidentally ate all the snacks from that group. So after being threatened, he ends up revealing all his power. He beats up everyone who tries to hit him. These are moves never seen before by the audience. Shaggy has the skill needed to take down anyone whenever he wants. All of this without even getting out of breath. You can tell he can predict all the moves of the biker gang. While the guy is getting ready to punch, he's already taking him down. It's curious because Shaggy has always seemed pretty cowardly, right man? With strong traits of cowardice, how could he suddenly have become such a confident and powerful person? Actually, before this episode with the bikers, the Mystery Inc. group had advised him to see a doctor who specialized in fear to evaluate him and find some solution for him, right? Then he finds out that he has a rare condition which explains his excessive fear of everything. And he needs to undergo treatment to reprogram his brain, right? He also needs to stay away from the group's activities. So right after undergoing the experimental hypnosis procedure, it ended up resulting in a reversal. Now he was no longer cowardly and weak, but rather brave and fearless. It was then, right after this demonstration of pure power, that people came up with the theory that Shaggy managed to unlock Ultra Instinct. That's right, the one we saw in the Dragon Ball Super Universe. But I believe it's something different, something more specific to his haunted universe. Now with this potential unlocked, Salsicha demonstrates his abilities on another occasion. Jumping over falling rocks is something easy for him. Imagine the strength it takes not only to stay at the same altitude but to actually lift your body and keep progressing from rock to rock, which are falling at an absurd speed, right man? It's like a person climbing stairs but on a much harder level, right dude? What is this, man? How can those legs do that? That's not normal. Those legs give a bizarre propulsion. And the question remains, right man, how powerful has Salsicha become just by doing this hypnosis session, right dude? That's crazy. Just by messing with his brain, the guy already became super strong. And what if he actually trained martial arts for a few years, man? How strong could this new warrior become? These are some questions that you guys are going to answer for me in the comments, right man? Do you think Shaggy could defeat someone like Goku or Saitama? I'm going to stop here, my friends. Bye.